In this video, we are going to learn about how to create a histogram. Histogram are also the column charts with very few differences. Suppose we have final grades of 346 students in maths out of the maximum marks 100 for a second year of graduation. Because the data given are random and these are for 346 students. So to create a column chart or the histogram out of the given data, we arrange the data in the form of different groups, and based on that, on horizontal axis we define the different range, and on vertical axis we define the frequency. So first of all, we will to create the histogram, we will be required to divide different groups for the given numbers. As we see these numbers, these are out of 100, total of 100. This data is called data array. So we will name the given data as data array. Go to the first cell or select the first row, Control Shift and the down arrow selects the data to the last occupied cell. Go to the name box, we'll name it as say grades or grade. Enter. We have named the marks of 346 students as grade. Second important thing is we have to create different groups because these are from 0 to 100. So let's create a group of say 20. This grouping is called bin array, or this bin array represents the highest value of the class interval which we are selecting. For the class interval, suppose I create an alternative horizontal axis data which is called alternative horizontal axis data, horizontal axis data. I'll just wrap the text here. Alternative horizontal axis data. Then we have bin array. Suppose we are making a bin array of 20 at a difference of 20, 40, 60, 80 and then 100. These are the upper limits for the horizontal axis data. These are the values starting from 0 to 20. Then we have values from 40 to 60. Then we have values from 60 to 80, 0 to 40. It should be shifted here. Then here is 20 to 40. Here we have 80 to 100. This is horizontal axis, alternative horizontal axis data. This is the bin array, which is the highest limit or the upper limit for the class intervals which we have defined. And then comes the frequency. Finding frequency means finding the number of students who are or who have scored from 0 to 20. Strength of the students who have scored from 20 to 40, strength of the students who have scored from 40 to 60. This is calculated in the column of frequency. So we will be plotting these terms on horizontal axis, these terms on vertical axis, and using these two datas we will be making a column chart which is called the histogram. To find the frequency is most important, but first we will select the range where we want to obtain our frequency. After selecting the range, I'll go to the option frequency. Here select for all the options. I can see frequency here, say OK. Now the function arguments asks for data array. Data array is grade. because we have defined these data, we have named these data as grade. So grade bin array, select the bin array. We have bin array from here to here. We have selected bin array. After we select bin array, instead of clicking OK, we will press 3 tabs, Control Shift Enter at the same time. We'll bring the cursor to OK, and then we will left click. This helps us to find the frequency. Finding frequency is the most important thing for creating histogram. These are the frequency, means 4 students have scored marks between 0 to 20, 7 students have scored marks between 20 to 40, 15 have scored between 40 to 60, 116 between 60 to 80, and 204 between 80 to 100. To create a histogram out of the given data, we will select the values from horizontal axis, control, select the values of frequency. After selecting the data, insert column chart, clustered column. We'll select the eighth layout, and with the border of black, because we want to make a black border. So I'll select the border option, right click, format data series, border styles, make it dark black, then the border color, solid line, black, say close. This is the histogram with the bin array of 20, the class interval is 20, and these are the frequencies represented on y-axis. So axis title, we can just click on the axis title and we can name it as grade range. Grade range, enter. We can select the axis title on the vertical axis as say frequency, or the number of students is also fine. This is frequency, enter. And the chart title can be the final grades. I can select final grades, final grade. So this is the histogram corresponding to the given data, which helps us to know that most of the students have scored above 60. So 60 to 100 is the maximum frequency of the students, and most of the students have scored between 60 to 100. This is what which we have known from the data given and the histogram which we have obtained. It just displays the data to make it more informative, so that just looking at the data we can make out that most of the students have scored between 60 to 100.